Well, good morning and welcome to After GMS. My name is Sydney Moore, and of course I'm here with our wonderful meteorologist, Christian Morgan.
Oh, you don't have to lie to him.
No lies there, no lies told. Well, good morning and thank you for joining us. Christian.
Sydney.
Yesterday we had some pop-up showers and some pop-up storms that came in our area. Maybe took a lot of people by surprise. How is it going to work today?
Kind of the same story today. Kind of a copy and paste or rinse and repeat day, if you will. Of course, if we look back at the heat and humidity, we have one more day of that today, and then we finally get a break, right? This has been a hot week of weather, and actually June 2022 is going to go down in the history books as being a hot and humid one. We're back in the mid-90s again today, feeling like 100 degrees. As you look out over the Piedmont right now, though, we do have blue sky. We have a few high clouds as you look out over to the west and up into the mountains, but high pressure is still driving our main weather today. That'll give us a south and southwesterly wind, but the bigger player today is going to be this cold front that slides by as we go into tonight and into your Saturday. And what it does is really act kind of like a trigger. As it taps into our heat, taps into our humidity, it helps to form those storms a little bit better than it would otherwise if it wasn't here. So again, a lot like yesterday, I think we'll have scattered storms across the area to keep an eye on, mainly after about 3 o'clock. But behind that cold front, high pressure takes control again. That'll give us cooler, and it'll also give us drier air for your Saturday and Sunday. A lot this week, we've been talking about this ridge of high pressure in the upper levels of the atmosphere. And so what really is happening is when you have this high pressure in the upper atmosphere, it's basically a big pocket of sinking air. And as air sinks, it warms. So not only do we have a south and southwesterly wind pulling in warm air out of the Gulf of Mexico, we also have this sinking air from the upper atmosphere, which is also helping to warm us up. So that's why it's been getting so hot. Of course, we always have that humidity pushing in from the south and out of the Gulf of Mexico, which helps to increase that heat index value. Now, over the weekend, that ridge of high pressure shifts back to the west a bit, and it allows us to cool things off as we bring in a pocket of cooler air. But just as quickly as it does that, that ridge is going to start to shift back to the east again. So the heat is going to get going again heading into the middle of the upcoming work week. So for today, we'll say a partly sunny sky heading into the afternoon. We'll warm up into the mid-90s again today, feeling like 100 degrees in many places across the Piedmont. So again, use your common sense. Just be careful, take those frequent breaks, make sure you stay hydrated if you're going to be outside, and then we'll keep an eye on storms. Here's what the Futurecast radar shows you as we go into the afternoon. Really, I think between about 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. is going to be our main timing for storms. But with all the heat energy that we have, it's not going to take a lot for these storms to get severe pretty quickly. So all of us in a level 2 out of 5 severe risks for today. Again, tornadoes are not really in the picture today. That's not a concern today. But if any storm is able to get strong or severe, we'd be concerned about a damaging wind gust. These storms will have frequent lightning in them again as well, like yesterday. Also some small hail, and there could be some flash flooding in spots again, like we saw yesterday. I'll be honest, I think yesterday we had the most lightning in Greensboro that we've had all year long. There was a lot of lightning. It was an electric show yesterday afternoon.
I saw it myself out my window.
Yeah, electric show yesterday, and that'll be the story again today because we have all of that heat. Weekend is a plus for dads.
Yay.
Mid-80s Saturday, low 80s on Sunday, and that lower humidity is really going to make all the difference. Sunday morning is going to be so refreshing. 50s, low 60s with low humidity. Sunday morning is going to be gorgeous. The afternoon will be great too. There's your 7-day forecast. Enjoy the weekend. Take advantage of it. You know we don't get that kind of weather in June often. And even though the humidity is going to stay pretty much at bay or at least tolerable heading into next week, the heat really gets going again as we crank back up into the mid-90s by Wednesday, Thursday, and very typical of summertime, we'll run that 20 to 30% chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm.
Well, some good weather for the dads. I know that's right. Well, it is this Sunday, that special day they were thinking about all the things that make our dads or even father figures special. Maybe he taught you how to ride a bike or change a tire. Maybe he's known for his dad jokes or just great advice that resonates after all these years. Today, we are asking, what is your favorite memory of your dad or father figure? And while you share your answers, please keep this in mind. If you are shopping for him this year, a survey says you're probably going to spend a bit more. The National Retail Federation expects Father's Day spending to reach $20 billion. Ooh. Yeah, 76% of adults are expected to celebrate their old man. Well, we asked you earlier on the Good Morning Show, what's your favorite memory of your dad or father figure in your life? Alicia says her father was the best. She says he always told them to keep their grades up. I know that's right. She added another message saying they miss everything about him, especially when they all used to play Nintendo together. She wishes her dad a happy Heavenly Father's Day. BJ says, my dad would talk about me and hear what I had to say, whether it was important or not. He would lend me an ear. I miss my dad every day. I lost him last year. He used to call me every holiday. I'm going to miss him a lot and miss that a lot. Excuse me. Happy Heavenly Father's Day. Love you, Dad, always. My dad made me take personal typing in high school, another viewer says, a skill I use every day. Many memories with, the dads out there. Christian, what's your favorite memory with your dad?
Golly, I've got so many.
I bet.
I've got so many. My dad, and really my whole family has been such a huge part of my life. But, I'd say really over the last 15 to 20 years, as we've really kind of grown our band and really expanded that, I talk a lot about that on the Good Morning Show and on this program here too. But we've had our band probably going on 18 years now. We started as a little 3-piece band with me, my brother, and my cousin. And now it's expanded to a 10-piece, party and dance band, and we travel a little bit. And my dad has been such an instrumental part in that. One, really because he used to play drums, so that's where I picked up my drums, or I guess where I got my rhythm from, because he always had a drum set in the house.
Yeah.
And ever since then, once we really got serious about it, he's kind of been our manager, so to speak. We have folks who book us, but he's kind of been our manager and our PR guy, if you will. There have been very few shows that I can count on one hand that he's missed over the last 18 years.
Wow.
And he loves it, no matter how far. Sometimes we travel a good distance to play, but, no matter how far it is, he is there. He is in it, he's setting up, and half the time, I look out when we do weddings or whatever we're doing. Half the time I look out, and I'm like, "Where's my dad at? I need something." And then he's out there dancing.
Right there.
Dancing
oh, that's beautiful.
So funny story. We did a wedding a couple of years ago, and usually, folks see us come in and we set up and get going. But after this one was over, it was a wedding. The bride and groom came out to me and said, we had a great time. We loved it. We just never, ever thought we'd have a wedding crasher. And I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, yeah, we had some guy crash our wedding. They're like, in fact, that's that guy right there. I was like, no, that's my dad. I was like, he's with us.
Oh, my goodness.
Because he had been out there, he had been out there dancing with them and having a good time, too. But he's just always been an instrumental part, not only in my life, but in that band, for me and my brother. And I think that's really created a huge bonding experience for us.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I think with me growing up, my dad, when he did get home from work and all that good stuff, we would always watch TV and just movies together in the living room. And my dad and I, we would sometimes watch scary movies and action movies, which I think is now why I really love action movies. And sometimes my mom would come in there, I'd be like maybe in middle school or so, that you need to stop having her watch those types of shows. But I really would enjoy them. And now I love action, the sci-fi because of him. We actually just went and saw Jurassic World recently.
Oh yeah,
and so that was really, really good. And he came down to Greensboro to visit me, which I really appreciated. And we just love having side conversations in the movie theater, laughing and all that good stuff. But he's great. And another thing I love about my dad, he always answers the phone. Just like you, I can only count on my hand how many times I've called and he just didn't answer. But he always answers, whether it's an emergency or whatever the case may be. Just truly a blessing. So I'm excited to celebrate him for Father's Day. But looks like we're having a slow morning this morning, which is okay. We still want you guys to join in on the conversation, even after GMS, letting us know how you celebrate your dad and just your favorite memories of him as well. Are you getting comments?
I see that we have comments, but they're not loading on my end.
Yeah, they're not loading on my end either. Might have some technical difficulties.
I see we've got like 36
I see my
comments.
comment, but not my comment. I see my comment, but not other comments.
Yeah, same for me. So
I don't know if my producer maybe could see any back there. I would love to read some, but I don't see any on my phone. So sorry about that. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
Very
it's
interesting.
being iffy. I see we have them, but it just
yeah,
won't load.
well, this is obviously a Facebook Live group, and everybody else can see you all's comments as well too, and hopefully. But happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there that is going to be celebrating, because it's going to be a great day of weather to do so.
Yeah, if you have plans to get outside with Dad this weekend, you've made the right move. It's going to be perfect. You know, I'll probably end up at the golf course at some point with my dad because the weather's going to be nice.
I really think the golf areas and places are going to be crowded.
Yeah.
They're definitely going to be crowded for Father's Day.
Yeah, they are. So, you know, and I'll just say this too. Huge shout out to my dad and all the dads out there. And then also, you know, all the mothers that are playing the father figure in their family. You know, everybody comes from a different walk of life, and there's a lot of different stories and a lot of different experiences. But if you play that father figure in somebody's life, you know, hats off to you and kudos to you this weekend.
Absolutely. Well, I am so grateful here. Our producer has put in the comments.
Oh, perfect.
And I'm able to read some here in a second. Give me one moment. All right. So let's see. My dad made me take personal. Let's see. I've already read that. Here we go. LeVar. We know LeVar. LeVar says, my favorite memory with my dad was riding in the truck with him when he was a truck driver. Now he rides with MR as I am a truck driver. Rhonda Williams says, my dad had a green thumb. He could make anything grow and had such beautiful flowers. Wow. I miss him every day. Thank y'all so much for adding that, and thank you for our producers adding that as well too. But let's jump into our morning headlines. This morning, Governor Roy Cooper will make a stop in the Triad. He'll speak at the DRIVE Task Force Summit in Greensboro and North Carolina A&T. DRIVE stands for Developing a Representative and Inclusive Vision for Education. It's a task force Governor Cooper issued an executive order to create back in 2019. It focuses on producing a plan of action to increase racial, ethnic, and diversity within North Carolina's educator workforce. The summit begins at 10 a.m. We'll have coverage of his visit on air and on WFNYnews2.com. And starting next Monday, people will have more places to beat the heat in the Triad. Guilford County pools are expanding their operating hours from weekends only to include weekdays. An ongoing lifeguard shortage forced the county to limit access to the pools at Burmill Park, Northeast Park, and Hagenstone to weekends open. They actually open later in the year because of the need of employees. And today, the Battleground Parks District is hosting a ribbon cutting this morning for its grand opening. You can find it at Country Park. It's launching with plenty of fun amenities like a canopy walk, a zip lining tower, and a place for food trucks and festivals. This is the first $5 million phase of the bond-funded Battleground Park District improvements. The grand opening officially begins today at 10. That's going to be exciting. I think I saw the zip line. I think we aired it earlier this morning. Are you an outdoor person?
I am an outdoor person. That's going to be fun. That's such a cool thing.
Absolutely. Well, again, this weekend's going to look very nice, especially for Father's Day.
Yeah, it'll be great to get out there and take advantage of the new sights there and scenes at Battleground and Country Park. But yeah, gorgeous weekend on the way after we get past today. So one more day of the heat and humidity, kind of the rough stuff, as it feels like 100 degrees this afternoon. And again, we've said this all week, and I know it kind of sounds like a broken record, but really, you got to be careful, okay? Use your common sense, use your noggin. You know, God gave you one, use it. It's going to be tough outside. If you have to be outside for a long period of time, you got to stay hydrated and you got to take those frequent breaks because heat exhaustion can creep up on you so quickly. So keep that in mind today if you're going to be outside. We'll dodge a few thunderstorms heading into the afternoon. A couple of those could be on the strong or severe side. We'll keep you updated, pass along any warnings, of course, if they get issued. And then the weekend is A+ for Saturday and Sunday. Sunshine, mid-80s Saturday. We're going to start Sunday morning, too. So nice. Upper 50s and low 60s with low humidity. It's going to feel great outside. Low 80s by Sunday afternoon, too. So great day for dads. And then, well, the heat gets cranked up as we head into next week. Mid-80s Monday. We'll climb back into the low 90s on Tuesday. Mid-90s by Wednesday and Thursday. And we'll run that low chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm each afternoon, too.
So I said that 70-degree weather, 79 was about as much as I can get to. Yeah. I can do the 82, 84.
If the humidity's low.
If the humidity is low, thank you. Yeah. Yes, if the humidity is low. But happy Father's Day again to all the fathers out there who will be celebrating this Sunday. Get out there. The weather will be great. Go play some golf. Just enjoy it.
Enjoy it with Dad this weekend.
Enjoy it with Dad this weekend. Well, thank you so much for watching After GMS. We'll be right back here on Monday.
All right, and we like to take a look back at some of our best moments for the week. So this is the best of GMS. Have a good weekend.
I'm Sydney Moore here with our meteorologist Ed Matthews, smiling all bright here.
I'm a happy dude.
I know, and our Tracy McCain.
He's happy because he's fresh off vacation, batteries
Yes.
are recharged.
Yes.
But is your fan or your AC working?
Oh, you better believe it.
So I've been following Jennifer Hudson since obviously American Idol, and also just, well, I think one of my favorites seeing her in was Dreamgirls as well too. She's just so talented.
Yeah, she is very talented. You know, people often confuse us. I don't know.
I found a beautiful house in Key West, just a mere $3.5 million.
Just go get it.
That's it. You know.
Just go get it. Write them a check.
Well, I know money like that would be great with just gas in general.
Yeah, I'd buy
as
some
well,
gas,
too.
a gallon or two.
A gallon or two. What else would you do?
I don't know, I'd be out at that point.
Ed, you're in the focus, in the spotlight.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
look at the
just-
bright lights.
It's like the sun.
Hey, look, if I'm going to preach it here, I'm going to make sure I stay hydrated and my dog stays hydrated as well.
Pets can't speak. You just got to be a great
Yeah.
pet owner.
They can't
and
tell you
making
they're
sure.
thirsty, but
Yeah.
they can go, yeah, they do that.
That's a great example.
Is that what you do when you ride your bike down?
That's it. When I'm riding my bike.
Hey, don't talk about my friend now, Christian.
What competition show, if any, would you compete on?
I don't have one in my mind right
I hear
now.
you. But Price is Right?
I realize, well, now that's a good one.
Yeah,
Bingo.
yeah. I
That
can see
would
you
be the one.
taking that game.
And you know what I do if I win a car? I do, yay!
Good Thursday morning to you. Hot Thursday.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, I was just about to say this morning, I walked outside and I said, goodness gracious.
I said
The
something else.
humidity is
Close
hot.
the door and
I
go
said, you
right
know
back
what?
in.
I'm calling out today. Kidding, just kidding.
I said something else, but we can't say that on TV.